Yo, what's up? This is Scott with Level Up Tuts, and today we're going to be learning some Coffeescript. So what we're going to get started with is we're going to learn some of the basic Coffeescript syntax. Okay, so this is really great. Coffeescript is awesome. It makes writing things really easy. So let's get started. If you remember, in the last lesson, we created some variables. We had a name and a person, and they output var name, var person, and then assigned them for us. Nice and easy, and we didn't have to do anything crazy. Okay, so if you're used to writing JavaScript, you know that writing functions involves, the parentheses, your brackets, and you have to assign it to a variable. But in Coffeescript, writing a function is really, really easy. You don't even have to type the word function. Okay, so if we want to have a function, and we're going to call this just let's call this yell, and this is just going to be the yell function. All we have to do is yell is equal to, and then we're going to have a space, and then a hyphen, and then a greater than sign. So it's just an arrow like this, right? So yell equals space, and then hyphen greater than, or I'll just be referring to this as the arrow. So now that we have that, we'll hit enter. And as you can see, when I hit enter, it tabbed me over one space. This indentation really drives Coffeescript forward. So now that I'm indented one tab below this function, this is where I'm going to have my function. So if you want to alert something, let's just type alert, and then you can even just alert name. Okay, and notice how I did not use the parentheses. You could use the parentheses if you want, but you don't have to. Okay, so let's save this, and let's click over here. You can see this refreshed. You can see what it created is yell is, well, first it added this variable yell, and then it says yell is equal to a function with no arguments, and all it's going to do is return alert name. So let's actually so if we actually just call down here, make sure you backspace so you're not within your function here. If you just call yell, save, and we're going to click here, it's going to call the yell function. And this is actually just going to alert the name Scott. So to illustrate this, since I don't have this script running anywhere, let's actually go to Coffeescript's website. What they have on their site here is they have this try Coffeescript. You can come in here and see, and you can run your code and see how it works. So if we click run, now if I want to call the yell function, click run, and you can see it alerts the name Scott. So this is really great if you want to test out any code here and you want to see it compiling live, or you can sort of do it the way I'm doing it on Sublime if you want to make sure what you're writing. Often when you're learning Coffeescript, I think it's really cool to type something and then just go analyze what it output, so that way you know exactly what you're getting. Okay, and that way nothing surprises you. So as you can see, this code alerts my name when we run it. It's awesome, and look at how clean this code is. I mean, this is just unbelievable. So it's created this function. You also notice this return right here. Coffeescript by default automatically returns the last line in your function for you. So if we just had something like, let's say, let's have another variable here. Let's just say age equals 25, okay? And then let's put something below here. We can say, let's just type another alert, and this can just be age, and we can save this. Let's go over here, and as you can see, it's returning this alert age. So it's always going to return the last line in your function. Awesome. Okay, so now this is how you write a function in Coffeescript. Well, so you notice here that there's no arguments passed in here. You say, what if you want to add arguments? Well, right here before your arrow, you're going to do parentheses, space, and then in your parentheses you can pass your arguments. So if we want to pass, let's say just A for age. No. Okay, and then we want to assign age to A, and then we want to pass it here. That's great. Okay, cool. So as you can see here, all your arguments just go a space after your equals and a space before your arrow. And this has a function with an argument of A and your variable age. Okay, it's all getting passed in and everything's working awesomely. So that's the basics of functions in Coffeescript. As you can see, I'm passing an argument, I'm returning an alert, all cool stuff, and we've hardly written any code. It took us no time at all. So this is just the very beginning of what Coffeescript has to offer. In the next couple of tutorials, we're going to be going over all of the intricacies and all sorts of cool stuff that Coffeescript can do, and you're going to be writing some great code in no time. As always, this is Scott with Level Up Tuts. If you have any questions or comments, leave a comment on the video. Hit us up at Level Up Tuts on Twitter, and just let us know what you think. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.